What up though? Welcome back to another episode of Reality Trash TV with Dollar Gillz. I'm your boy Dollar Gillz, and if you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so we can be friends and we can talk about Baddies West even more. Let's get into it because this episode is spicy. Right away, we jump back into Chrisean jumping on Lo and giving her the business. Y'all, she pounded Lo's forehead like a drum. She got up and just whack, 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 whack. Whew. Jeez, that had to hurt. She had two big ass knots on her head and I couldn't stop looking at them. I felt like they were looking at me the whole time too. I was looking at them, they were looking at me. I was like, what? I low-key felt bad for Lo though. She didn't really deserve that ass whooping that she got. Seems like everybody else knew to read Chrisean's body language except Lo. She was sitting there being genuine, being sincere about what she was saying, and Chrisean thought it was a perfect time to play the drums on her forehead. I was just like, damn, that poor girl. I felt bad for her. What did y'all think about that whole situation? Did you think that Chrisean kind of snuck Lo? While all that was happening with Chrisean and Lo, Rolly and Stunna start going back and forth in the other room. They're steady yelling at each other. Security is between them, and then we see Biggie join in on the yelling, and Rolly wants all the smoke. Rolly is heated at this point. Like she makes it clear that she just wants to whoop on Stunna. And Stunna seems like she's ready for it. She's going back and forth. She's standing her ground. She's letting them know what's up also. While DJ Sky High is following Chrisean around, Lo tries to attack Chrisean, but security stops her. But then they move to the other room, and then that's when it really starts getting it popping. DJ Sky High is attending to her babysitter duties. She's taking off Chrisean's chains, and by now Lo's getting hyped. Like there ain't no security between them. She's getting really loud with Chrisean now. Lo wants the smoke. She runs up on Chrisean and then gets done up. Chrisean said, they tussle, security gets involved. Now everyone's rolling around on the ground. Chrisean ends up having a death grip on Lo's hair. She's pulling the weave straight out of Lo's hair. After the whole altercation, Chrisean is upset. She's throwing shit around the house. She's just over there yelling, just mad with her chi-chis all out. She's mad. She's wanting more smoke. Lo goes back upstairs to fix her forehead and her hair. And then we have Biggie on our screens. Does anyone else think that there should be subtitles whenever Biggie's doing her confessionals? Because sometimes she's hard to understand in English and Spanish. Like, I'm just like, huh? What? Somebody translate that for me. Then we cut back to Stunna yelling at Biggie and Rolly. They're throwing insults around. Rolly starts throwing shoes at Stunna. I thought it was funny that Lo came back down and Chrisean went the other way. I was like, what happened with that? I was expecting some shit to go down, but Chrisean went the other way. I figured they were going to meet at the bottom of the staircase and go another round, but Chrisean, she dipped. I wonder what that was about, honestly. What do you guys think that was about? You think she was being scary, or she just didn't want any smoke at that time and place? I gotta be honest with you guys. I don't know how y'all feel about this, but DJ Sky High was hyping up Chrisean. She kept making comments about Lo already getting the business. She was mad that Lo scratched Chrisean's face, and she was really acting tough, like she was involved in the fight. I get it. It's clear you picked a side, but I mean, come on now. You ain't gotta act like that. It was actually very cringy to see. Then we have Razor being a good friend and giving Lo advice.
You gotta get your lick back. You gotta get your lick back. My opinion, get your lick back. Get your lick back.
Which in this situation, I gotta say that's good advice. Given the whole situation and what they're in the house for, hell yeah, get your lick back. But, Rolly's steady trying to get through security now. She's trying to attack Stunna. Stunna, of course, throws a Red Bull directly on Rolly. I'm starting to like Stunna the more that the season goes on. Like, she's funny. She's a funny girl. Tommy finally arrives at the house with cup in hand. Cheers. Then we see Tommy walk into the room where Rolly and Stunna are arguing. They finally let Rolly through security for that one-on-one with Stunna. Stunna starts getting her stretches in. She's getting ready. She's getting ready to bop bitches in the face. Rolly comes through security and Stunna straight swings on Rolly, hitting her right in the face. Y'all, Rolly was giving love taps while Stunna was giving Rolly some hammers. She gave Rolly that one hit to the face. Like, there was some force behind that. And I have to give it to Stunna on this one because she swung. I mean, Rolly was trying to grab her hair. She tried to grab Rolly's hair too, but that one hit just black. If you disagree, you're a hater. Now, all hell breaks loose. Tommy starts lining it up to get one in with Stunna. And I don't know what they were doing. That really wasn't quite a fight. It was like they held hands and they kind of slow danced. Like, what the f? I was expecting so much more from that altercation. Then comes Rolly swinging on Stunna. Then Tommy grabs Stunna and gives her some love taps along with some hair pulling. Kind of underwhelming, to be honest. This whole fight was underwhelming. I expected so much more from the whole altercation because they were really heated. And then Tommy went in there and her and Stunna started slow dancing and Rolly just kind of got punched in the face really good that one time. But my main question is, where was Kat? Don't y'all feel the same way? Like, where was Kat when all this was going down? She was pretty adamant about not letting anybody jump Stunna, and then it went down and I didn't see her. I didn't see her at all. So now there's security all over the place. Glass is breaking. Rolly's leaking blood. Stunna is being escorted out. Biggie's throwing her 2 cents in. It's a lot going on right now in this scene. Turns out Rolly ended up cutting her small artery on her ass cheek and had to go to the hospital. And that's a lot of ass. Rolly says she's leaving it there. She got her issue out. All the girls seem to be drained at this point. It looks like everyone has calmed down for the night. And the next day, everyone's putting the pieces of the puzzle together. Natalie and Scotty start their day with mimosas. I like that. Natalie and Scotty claim that Chrisean did give Lo 3 warnings. I don't see it though. I would have respected Chrisean more if she would have just said, square up, let's get it, let's shoot the fade. Or do you think the warning signs were there and Lo didn't pick up on them? Apparently, Jamie Foxx is a fan of baddies. Go ahead, Jamie, go ahead. Razor looks good in that black hair. She is so damn fine. Don't y'all think? Or is it just me? Rolly and Kat are outside. They're chopping it up. They're putting the pieces together. And Rolly says she's not about to bully Stunna and that she's ready to move on from that whole situation. She also feels like Lo didn't deserve that ass whooping because she didn't come at Chrisean like that wanting smoke, but it ended up getting there, which I agree. And it was actually kind of sad to see Lo get her forehead banged on like the drums. It is what it is. And then somewhere off camera, Lo tried to sneak Chrisean. From what I gather, she came in from the side door trying to run up on Chrisean. It didn't happen. Lo had a hoodie on and everything. She had that thing tight. She was ready to get down. I can respect Lo for that. DJ Sky High is speaking for Chrisean. She's trying to be tough. She has that stank attitude. And low-key, I was wishing that Lo would have ran up on DJ Sky High also. What do you guys think about how DJ Sky High was acting towards Lo? Like, it was kind of, it's unnecessary, you know? Lo was just trying to communicate with Chrisean the way that she thinks she does, which is by hands. I like how Lo was just trying to talk. You can tell she has a good heart. Of course, Chrisean ain't saying much. She's just staring at Lo the whole time, which was kind of weird. DJ Sky High is attending to her babysitter duties once again, and she's speaking for Chrisean. Then Natalie gets in the middle and tells everyone they need to squash their beef and continue on the road to the bag. And then there was a little moment with Chrisean and Natalie saying she's the one putting everybody on, not Natalie. She says she put everybody and Natalie on. What do you guys think about that? Then she goes on to say that she thinks bitches is jealous. I think that's questionable. Natalie's kind of setting the rules down. She's like, no more fighting, no more sneaking. Yeah, right. Chrisean finally opens up to Lo and says she was talking down on her instead of talking to her. It's a good conversation that ends in a tight hug between the two. It was refreshing to see that, because that fight was literally for no reason. You know, we had Lo trying to get things off her chest and be sincere and thinking that, you know, everything's cool, and then Chrisean played the drums on her forehead. It was fucked up. It was for no reason. Stunna starts to open up on the issues with Rolly and Biggie and them being disrespectful towards her. And Rolly's biggest issue with Stunna was the threat that she made on the bus when she was talking about everybody can get on the ground. Rolly seems like she's being real and coming from a good place, but again, Stunna said she told Rolly to take it how she wanted, and that's exactly how Rolly took it. So it seems like there was a little bit of clarity between the two. They kind of worked their way around their issue. Biggie starts speaking her piece. She says she's just giving Stunna constructive criticism. Stunna ain't trying to hear her though. It does not look like they're going to find a common ground in that whole discussion like Rolly and Stunna did. It seems like it's going to be an ongoing issue throughout the season. I'm here for it though. And as of right now, guys, I'm Team Stunna in this situation. What about y'all? But another cringe moment on this episode was when Biggie was crying. Like, what? Why the was she crying? Was it even necessary? The crying, the performance, like, girl, bye. This episode was intense from the beginning to the end. Lo got the business from Chrisean. Stunner low-key got jumped by Rolly and Tommy. Rolly had to get stitches on her ass cheek. Man, Lo tried to take Razor's advice and get her lick back, but every time she tried, she failed. But for real, it was refreshing to see at the end Lo and Chrisean talk it out and hug the beef out. I'm starting to like Lo more and more when we get to see her personality. Rolly and Stunna found some common ground, but it didn't look like that Biggie and Stunna were able to come to an agreement and squash the beef. So more than likely, it will be an ongoing beef throughout this season. And I'm here for it. What did you guys think about this episode? I want to thank you guys for tuning in on this episode of Reality Trash TV with Dollar Gillz. I'm your boy Dollar Gillz. Be sure to like, subscribe, and turn your notifications on so we can be friends and we can talk about Baddies West even more. If you want to interact with me some more, go ahead and follow me on Instagram at Dollar Gillz with 2 L's and a Z. You follow me, I follow you. We be friends. We send memes to each other. We kiki, all that. And as always, I'll catch you guys on the next one.